There, and what a great player he has been down there in recent times, particularly his three in the last quarter, and they needed them most. But that leaves Mumford up against Nat Nui in the middle of the ground.
Richards to Darling, and Glass has gone on to Reid to start proceedings, which is interesting in itself. Centre bounce about to take place, and it does now with Natanui and Mumford. Natanui ready, wouldn't you? As the defender on the forward. Jack couldn't escape cleanly. Again, the congestion a huge factor, as it will be in these stoppages. Rosa, Bird, the handball movement was quick. Jetta, he nailed one from here last week. He launches, and the Swans have been kick-started through Jetta. Weapon he is for John Longmire. And the Swans getting into gear now. Jack into the 50. The punch away came to McGlynn. Another goal specialist, and he delivers two. The Swans, in a quick blink, are back within a goal.
Burst player out on the lead in Schofield. We don't see him down there much.
We looked at it last year in 2011. LaCroix averaged 2.1 goals. Kennedy 2.6. Nikoski 1.6 as the Swans go forward. And the free kick is with Sydney. His talent is undoubted. Just played against the Eagles once before. 4 disposals and no goals in that game. But he's on the board here. This has been a very smart return for the Swans.
They're all in shock with the margin out to about 18 points at the start of the game.
Well, McVeigh's been the form player for the Swans, and he's landed another one, and they are in front. Patterson Stadium certainly not let down from the big build-up to this contest. O'Keefe. They are starting to win a lot of those 50-50 balls. Reid again didn't get a great run up, but he got the mark anyway.
Oh, he went to play on.
Why would you even think about it?
At that point, he did feign the handball, though.
You let her do that as long as you don't run off the line.
So Reid to give the Swans an important psychological advantage at quarter time. Right on the siren.
Goals in the last 5 minutes with poor decisions, and at the other end of the ground, the long bomb to 4 Swans didn't do anything for the Eagles.
And they've been inside 3 more times overall than West Coast, and they come from way back for that. Jetta 3-second. How easy was that? Jetta puts it through to silence from the crowd. Gee, 8 times out of 10 he would have done better than that. Kerr. And they're out, at least to the immediate peril.
Well, he needed to go on his left foot. Then Jack, that was the issue, the right foot kick.
And Shaw scrambling, and that was a very swift call, a handball. Bolton, Melcheski on his left. That was not beyond him, but he decides to set it up to the advantage of Roberts-Thompson, who's playing a very good game of footy for the Swans here.
That's holding the ball over your dominant leg.
That is another goal. Swans by 17. Strong effort from Big Mumford.
Well, their playmakers just not getting near the footy at the present time. Rose has had a kick. Selwood's had 2 kicks. Marston's had 1 kick.
Here's Hanbury.
Prittis and Kerr are the ones that have got to get the ball in their hands.
They both go down. Goods first to his feet, can scamper to goal. He's going to go it alone as a soccer player, and he does. He scores. Kicks a terrific goal, and they're back to a point now. And the Swans would be shell-shocked by this. So I guess the Eagles would have been after what happened early. Quick kick in from Jack. Pike stood his ground, slipped out the back. Big Mike, now's your chance. He's got it. Yes, he has.
In that case, he just unfortunately failed under the fatigue.
Oh, Natanui.
Tap out of the year.
He's got the behind of the year and the tap out of the year.
And here comes the goal opportunity.
Bird, Bolton is digging deep to his right. If they think this through and they execute, it will be a goal to the Swans. Bolton, no mistake there. A bounce, a goal. The Swans have steadied. And boy, did they a dangerous position. Out wide, Roberts-Thompson, the commitment, wonderful. He's going to pay the penalties out cold.
Not again.
It might create a goal, though. O'Keefe, long to full forward. Reid and Glass. Reid still, was that a throw? Play on. Roberts-Thompson still down. And the Eagles able to stem it this time.
Well, he's had a lot of head injuries.
He has,
Roberts-Thompson, and that's the last thing you want to see. He's had the helmet on this year. And that's a good call by the umpire. A very good call.
can't see it. Matty, back here. Just wait. Wait for the time on call. Just wait. Matt, just wait.
There's two players going hard for the footy.
You can't kick it on his head. It's just a duty of care. Just wait until he clears it. Wait for the time on call. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's very disappointing to hear the crowd boo at this stage. Rosa, well, although Schofield escapes. Here's the dash that John Worsfold was looking for. Gone. And that might well be 50. It is against Darren Glass.
About 10 metres.
So Lewis Roberts-Thompson has been subbed off, which is bad news for him, obviously, but great news for Everett, who's kicked important goals on this ground before. What Roosie wants to see in his lounge room.
In fact, the similarities between these two sides, 2005 and 2012 version of the Swans, quite extraordinarily the same.
Oh, Bird! That is an astonishing kick. Eagles the numerical advantage back there. Mackenzie's able to work that. So, I was just about to say safely enough, with a couple to his name. Jeddah. It's only one game this year that he hasn't kicked a goal in.
Another 2 metres.
And confidence is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And so is the skill of Lewis Jeddah.
Ball out of some stoppages. There's going to be plenty of stoppages in this last quarter. Eagles need to take control.
Instead, it's Hanbury and Bird and O'Keefe. Reid got himself clear. Couldn't drag it down. Everett played his own footy and played it very well. And Bolton runs in, makes sure of it, and the Swans are getting closer.
Mike Pike, he goes into the ruck, and then he's the first one at ground level to apply the tackle. I think it was on Pritis. Very much a trait of both Sydney ruckmen.
Talked about their handball, Jono. There's an interesting stat on that in a moment. Come back to it because they're thrusting forward again. Kennedy, Reid, Kennedy hungering for another shot at goal. And he'll be well satisfied with the result. The Swans are just about there now. 1,000 here at Patterson Stadium. They've been kept quiet by this Swans team.
And by that bloke in particular.
Shaw to Bolton.
Brian O'Keefe, he has just been an absolute star. 7 clearances.
In to kick from 30. And he's done it as well. They lead by 45 points. It was a personnel. Certainly against Essendon earlier in the year, the Eagles were undermanned with injury and I think a little bit of suspension that day as well. And they got fixed up by the Bombers. And the same thing's happened here this afternoon. They're back to within 39 now. Mumford for Reid. He's covered a lot of territory pushing up around the centre-half forward area today. He ducks back onto that and shows that he's more than just a mark and kick player. Reid puts it through. Back into the side as he can, as quickly as he can. Reid, Kennedy, McGlynn. Ambitious handball to Jeddah. He's kicked 3. Now he has kicked 4. What a menace he is. 2.5. Stevens.
3 against 2. It's just a snapshot of what we've seen all day.
And the siren sounds, and this Sydney Swans team are on top of the AFL ladder, and they deserve to be after ending one of the great runs of consecutive victories for the West Coast. And the Swans winning here, despite getting up the first 3 goals of the afternoon. They've won by 52 points, and they are a genuine premiership threat. It's time people realised it.
Well, the midfielders took total control today of this contest for the Sydney Swans. They outworked the West Coast Eagles. The ruckman, Mumford and Pike, were fantastic against Cox and Nat. Do that, especially in the second half of play here at Patterson Stadium. And look, they've won 6 games now in a row over the West Coast Eagles, and more importantly, break the run of 18 straight wins at Patterson Stadium by the West Coast.
And the Swans off to salute the thousands that have turned up to salute them. Let's take a look at the AFL ladder as it stands at the end of round 16. I'm not sure too many people would have considered that a possibility at the start of the year.